Hi, I'm N7 and this is my first impressions on Beyond a Steel Sky 2 or Base 2 for Apple Arcade, iPhone, iPad, Mac, iPod Touch, and Apple TV. The game is an adventure game from developer Revolution and supports controller with an H rating of 12 plus. It is a single player story like click and go adventure telling game. If you're interested in trying this game out, I suggest you prepare for at least 45 minutes to an hour total. Not in one sitting, but give it a shot in multiple sittings if possible. But do this, and that is what I believe you will need in order to be able to fully grasp, at least in the beginning sense, what and how this game, what it is all about. For example, the main intro itself, it's interesting, but nonetheless was 5 minutes long, which for a mobile game, you already know that that's long. But this game is not necessarily a mobile game. This is a full-blown, like AAA, you could say, level game with computer and console level graphics and storytelling all put into Apple Arcade, which is one of the first of its kind, if I remember right, for Apple Arcade. Talking about the art, it's like a comic book style storytelling, and the game graphics themselves are of a 3D-fied comic book graphics, sort of like Walking Dead, pretty much, the Telltale series. And the controls on touch and computer work just fine, except on mobile for the iPhone and iPad Pro. I personally felt like they at first were clunky and slow, but that was due to performance being subpar. The game has actually received an update during the weekend, since the first weekend of its release, if I remember correctly, that has, at least on my 2018 iPad Pro and iPhone 11 Pro Max, fixed the many stutters that I was suffering from. But let me know in the comment section below or on social medias under N7, which is all in the description, if you on your device have seen things improve or they're just the same and almost sort of unplayable, I would say, at one point.
Hey, excuse me.
Who the hell are you?
I'm searching for a vehicle that...
Now with the updated version, I think it'll be around 45 minutes that you will need to invest in order to grasp the game and its world. Meaning if you will be interested or not, which less than an hour, I think it's what I recommend. I would actually recommend more than an hour, or an hour at least, with the prior performance issues, but not the case anymore, if your device has been improved. The game, to me, though, on the graphical end, has some weird facial animations that really throw me off, but it's normal for this kind of game to have that kind of weird stuff going on. But if you can look past that, and the story itself, to me, in the setting, is legit enough that it's driving me to, like, personally keep trying. And yes, the story starts with a kidnapping and a man who adventures to save that person that was kidnapped, and while wearing on his face like the biggest, creepiest, non-fading smile I've ever seen on a character for a while. But I do recommend you get ready to play a long time before dropping this, because I personally believe that this is a game that will reward your investment of time, compared to mobile games, which typically they plateau at a point and you kind of stick to that the entire way. I think this game will reward you substantially with your investment of playtime.
I bet. And what is it you do?
I tell Gaplanders like you to visit the immigration terminal and register.
Let me know how that goes. I'm looking for a vehicle that maybe came this way.
A vehicle? Well, this is a freight engine.
And I believe that on the Mac is where you can see this game's level of detail and quality, when, especially like on my iMac Pro base model, I was able to test out many graphic settings, which I really appreciate. The resolution, I wasn't able to change it though, which was weird. I was in borderless mode, so I didn't change that. So let me know if you actually been able to change the resolution, if you actually leave borderless mode. And if you like a review of this game or any further Apple Arcade first impressions and Xbox Game Pass challenges guides, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button with the bell activated so you get notified whenever those come out. And if you ask me to do one, I'll get it done for you. To finish my video off, I'm excited for a game of this caliber to be in the App Store, or the Apple Arcade specifically. But like, at first I was irritated and disappointed with the performance on mobile, but once I was on the Mac, I was able to overlook that and focus on the story itself. I was already quite bitter by that point. Further, I got to the point where you have to get this battery for this trucker guy, and you're practically not even in the big city. You'll see. So I'm not even far in, but I will not ignore this game. I will give it a fair chance. I will put aside my frustrations from the beginning and start from scratch now that the performance on the mobiles are fine, and I will give it an honest, legit second chance. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm in War07, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Peace out.